All right, joining us now on Inside TBT, playing with the money team this summer, Trevor Booker. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, man. You've become some sort of TBT vet as of late. Obviously, you know a little bit more than the common player does about basketball tournament and what goes on there. What we're really interested is, obviously you shifted teams. How did you get on the money team? How did that transition happen?
Yeah, well, I forgot that I had told a good buddy of mine that I'll play with him, this year if I played. And I was reminded of that probably about a week ago. So I just wanted, to fulfill that.
Is that good buddy Jordan Crawford by chance?
Yep, it is.
So we know Jordan, pretty well from doing this. We've interviewed him a few times. Is there a bigger height and size differential in TBT than you and Jordan?
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty tough to beat. But he's a dog though. He's a dog.
He's incredible, and he's just one of many incredible players on that team. Selfishly, I'm an Ohio State guy. They upset my team in Columbus last year. Granted, I'm supposed to be unbiased in this role, but everybody knows who I was rooting for. They got more than just him on that team. What do you know about the other guys on that roster? Who are you most excited to play with?
I think he said he's bringing in Jonathan Simmons. I can't remember the other guys, but when he told me, I was pretty intrigued, and I started thinking. I was like, I think this team has a really good shot.
Absolutely. You played last year. You got a little taste of TBT. What were your thoughts last year? What are your overall thoughts on TBT? Fired up to be back in it this year?
Yeah, I'm definitely fired up. Last year was my first year, so I just wanted to get that experience in. But once I got to be a part of it, I loved it. It made me miss, being in competition, even more. So, even though we lost in the first round last year, I was like, I enjoyed myself. I loved the competition. I loved everything down to the way the officials called the game. I loved it. So I definitely wanted to be a part this year.
Yeah, one specific part of the TBT that I'm sure you loved is the Elam ending. There's some pretty ridiculous shots that are made. There's some pretty fun moments that come from the Elam ending. I'm assuming you're a big fan of that.
Definitely. It's just, puts another twist and turn, to the game. It makes it a little bit more exciting. So, hopefully, this year we'll be the ones that's coming away with that great Elam ending.
Did Jordan Crawford promise you a starting spot or any sort of minutes guarantee on this team?
Oh, nah, he didn't at all. But honestly, I'd rather come off the bench. Hopefully we got another big that could take that starting role. If I have to start, I can. I'm still, in great shape. So either role will be fine with me, but I would prefer to come off the bench, just get a feel for the game, and check out what's going on first.
Trevor, we want to shift gears a little bit because obviously, yes, you're a TBT vet, but you're also a veteran of another league that plays professional basketball, and obviously that being the NBA. I'm curious if you have a favorite moment or two from your time in the association.
My favorite moment is probably, my backwards tap shot. just because I'm currently in town for my basketball camp back home, and just all the kids are always talking about it, so that would have to be my favorite.
So all over the news right now is, Draymond getting into it with all these players on every team they've played in the playoffs. Is there a guy that ever you really got into it with, and every time you saw him from that point moving forward, the two of you just kind of went at it?
Yeah, definitely Blake Griffin. We I don't know why, but every time we played, we got into it, some kind of scuffle. He cost me a lot of money, technical fouls. He cost me a lot of money. So, but we're cool now. But while we were playing, I guess both of us down low, strong guys, just being physical. So we always seem to get into it.
So then on the flip side, and maybe it was a teammate, and obviously I could ask you who's your favorite teammate ever, but I almost want to ask it in the reverse way of the other question. Is there a guy that you never were teammates with but wish you were, just because like there was no beef, you mutual respect, you were like, damn, I really wish I could have gotten to play with him for a bit?
Probably one of the players. It's probably a couple of players, really. They bring the same physicality as me. One being Zach Randolph. I would have loved to got some mentorship under him. We had some great battles back in the day. So probably Zebo, and the other one would be Reggie Evans. He's just a get it out the mud dog type player that's gonna be very physical, throw you around. We had some great battles, and I would have loved to share the court with him.
So I don't have your exact basketball reference pulled up. I'm pulling it up right now. Were you on the Nets team that went 7 games against the Bulls?
No. I don't think we made the playoffs while I was there.
How many playoff appearances do you have? Do you know?
2. One with my 4th year in Washington, and then my last year in Indiana.
All right, that's not bad. 2 out of 7. Not bad. 2 out of 8.
Not bad. Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to leave a legacy or anything. So it was more, of a money play for me. Of course I wanted to win, but I would rather have money.
So let me ask you, obviously you mentioned some of those teams. I'm thinking to who your teammates were on that team. Who was the best player that you ever played with? And that, maybe it's not like the most well-known guy either, but some guy that you were like, he doesn't get enough credit. That dude was unbelievable.
Oh, that's tough. I would say, I mean, the best player that I played with is Joel Embiid in my time in Philly. But I think back to my Utah days, Gordon Hayward, he was a monster back in those Utah days. And I think, back then he was well known, but I still think he was underrated.
That's a good answer. I like Gordon Hayward. My last question for you. I'm pretty sure Stephen A. Smith got pissed off at was it your brother? Is that who he tagged?
Yeah.
What can you tell everyone the story with that? Because that's hilarious.
Well, it's not the first time that it's happened, but my brother, his name is Devin Booker, and I think Phoenix was playing whoever it was in the last round, and they lost in game 7. Oh, they're playing Golden State, maybe. No, who did they lose
Dallas.
to? Dallas. So they lost to Dallas, and Stephen A. Smith, he was, I guess he was a little heated, so he tagged Chris Paul, and he was trying to tag Devin Booker, the Phoenix Devin Booker, but he ended up tagging my brother. And going off on him, talking about, he didn't show up, and my brother, he responded was like, yo, I'm over here in Turkey. I didn't know I was supposed to show up, but next time I'll do my best.
Oh man, unreal. Well, Trevor, before we let you go, man, we know you're a big fan of this show and you've watched it a bunch, but just to refresh your memory and for any fans that are new to the show, the way we end every episode is me and Andrew will flip the tables on you. It's a new segment sponsored by Breinfuel, our favorite energy and enhancing beverage. And what we're doing basically is allowing you the floor to ask us any questions you've been dying to ask. So feel free, whether it's about hoops or not. It could be about anything in the world. We're wondering if you have any questions for us.
You can't ask us who's going to win TBT.
Okay, well, let me ask you, who do you think is going to win the TBT?
All right, that's fine. That's fair. That was clever.
I think, Andrew, Sideline Cancer is going to win. Who do you think?
So I keep hearing some names thrown around for the money team. I'm big on the money team, but I always pick the team that we're interviewing. I like Xavier, Zip 'em Up TBT, and they're hosting in Cincinnati. But I hear you guys are going to be potentially in Dayton. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Jordan doesn't want to play in front of his family?
He might not have gotten.
Where is he from?
I think he's from Cincinnati, right?
Okay. I'm not sure. But I'm sure it wasn't up to him.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. This has been great. We appreciate it. Good luck with everything. Good luck with the TBT, obviously coming up in a few months. We're gonna see you in Dayton. We're gonna be there, so we'll see you out there. Yeah, we'll talk to you here soon.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Clocking out early, that's the dish I don't like. Been getting paid since I was riding on the bike. Hit the pedal with the 8th, hopping on the 9th flight. I've been chilling out of sight, I'll be at the bar tonight. Told the bartender, go and take my card to swipe. You try the same thing, but your card get declined. White rappers nowadays, no, we're not too hard to find. I'm so dapper with my ways, I'm gonna linger in your mind. Always told me good things will come to those who are patient, but I've been way too patient, writing bars in my basement. I'm anxious in the real world, it's time for me to say this. The basics, the talent in my mind, I can't waste it. My life is too safe, it's my time for risk taking. I'm baking my mind, every day it's the same ish. Lazy, my grind needs to get a new facelift. Coming from the underground and busting through the pavement. Rock with it, and lean with it. My team winning, my team winning. Now rock with it, and lean with it. My team turned up when I spit it. Now rock with it, and lean with it. My team winning, my team winning. Now rock with it, and lean with it. My team turned up when I spit it. Don't think that I'm playing because I'm saving the game, and I said that I will be more because oh yeah, that is so Raven.